Welcome to Bridge Academy. This educational channel is based on the new Ethiopian educational curriculum, Grade 9 Biology. In this lesson, Grade 9 students explore the fundamental unit of life, the cell. Let's get started with Unit 3, Cells. Lesson 1. What is a cell? Cells are tiny, microscopic building blocks that make up all living organisms, from plants and animals to humans and microbes. In this unit, we are going to learn about the definition of a cell and composition of living things. You will also be able to explain the difference between unicellular and multicellular cells. Cells are everywhere. Every living thing you can think of is made of cells. Cell is the smallest and the basic unit of living things. The term cell was first coined by Robert Hooke in 1665. The word cell was derived from the Latin word cellulae, which means small rooms. All living organisms are made of cells. Some of these living things consist of a single cell. Those that contain only one cell are called unicellular organisms. For example, Paramecium is a unicellular organism. Most of the unicellular organisms are invisible with naked eyes, and you need microscope to see them. However, there are some exceptions like chicken egg cells, which can be seen with naked eyes. The other groups of living things such as plants and animals, including humans, which consist of many cells, are called multicellular organisms. The body of multicellular organisms is composed of many cells of specialized types which work cooperatively. Even though multicellular organisms are made up of more than one cell, they still work as a single unit. This is because the cells are all working together. For example, each activity of our body is a result of the cooperative work of muscle cells for movement, nerve cells for gathering information, and brain cell for interpretation of message to action. They perform essential tasks like producing energy and maintaining health. Unicellular organisms differs from multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms have one cell. Multicellular organisms have many cells. Unicellular ones are tiny, seen only with a microscope. Multicellular ones are larger, visible to the eye. Unicellular organisms are simple. One cell does all tasks. Multicellular organisms are complex. Cells have specific jobs. Examples of unicellular include bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, and yeast. Multicellular examples are humans, plants, animals, and fungi. Unicellular organisms function with one cell handling everything. Multicellular cells work together, each with a role. Unicellular reproduction is simple, like splitting in two. Multicellular reproduction is complex, involving seeds or eggs. In this lesson, you explore the fundamental unit of life, the cell. Cells are tiny, microscopic building blocks that make up all living organisms, from plants and animals to humans and microbes. They perform essential tasks like producing energy and maintaining health. This lesson distinguishes between unicellular organisms, like bacteria and amoebas, which consist of one cell that handles all life functions, and multicellular organisms, like humans and trees, where specialized cells collaborate to sustain life. Let us review Ethiopian Secondary School Leaving Certificate Examination, ESLCE. 1. Which of the following is the Greek word for life? Essels, 2011 EC. Bios. The Greek word for life is bios, directly translates to life, and appears in terms like biology, the study of life. In contrast, logos, another Greek term, means word, reason, or study, but it does not signify life. Scientia resembles the Latin word scientia, which means knowledge, not a Greek term for life. Similarly, cell is an English word referring to the unit of life, not a Greek term for the concept of life itself. Therefore, the correct answer is A, bios. 2. The word science come from the Latin word scientia meaning what? Essels, 2009 EC. Study B experiments, see life D knowledge. Answer. The word science comes from the Latin word scientia, which means knowledge. In Latin, scientia refers to knowledge, understanding, or the state of knowing. The term science derives from this Latin root and is commonly used to describe the systematic study and understanding of the natural world through observation, experimentation, and analysis. Science encompasses a broad range of disciplines and fields, including physics, chemistry, biology, astronomy, geology, and many others. It involves the acquisition and application of knowledge through rigorous methodologies and the use of empirical evidence to develop theories, laws, and explanations about the workings of the universe. So, the correct answer is D. 3. Choose the name of the researcher, scientist who introduced the term cell for the first time. Hessels, 2003 EC. Aristotle B. Anton van Leeuwenhoek C. Robert Hooke D. Robert Brown. Answer: Robert Hooke, an English scientist, coined the term cell in 1665. He introduced this term in his book Micrographia, in which he described his observations using a microscope. Hooke observed thin slices of cork and noticed small compartments that resembled the cells of a monastery, hence he named them cells. Although Hooke's understanding of cells was limited compared to our modern understanding, his introduction of the term was a significant milestone in the field of biology and laid the foundation for the study of cells and the development of the cell theory. The answer is C. 5. Why do you think cells are important to every living thing? Organization B. Function C. Strength D. Foundation. Answer: in a multicellular organism, the cell is not only a unit of structure, providing the basic building blocks of tissues and organs, but also a unit of function, as it carries out specific tasks essential for the organism's survival. Each cell type is specialized to perform distinct roles, such as muscle cells contracting, nerve cells transmitting signals, or red blood cells carrying oxygen, contributing to the overall functionality of the organism. Threffer, the correct answer is B. Function. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Cell Theory